social psychology?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. About social psychology, in sense, the behavior of people, certain people in society, and the way we judge them
Okay.
according to their behaviors, and we should not judge them like general students or general people. We need to think in a perspective, in all perspectives, according to attributions and some etc. ma'am.
Very good.
Ma'am, we also learned about this attribution theory by Fritz Heider in 1958. Like there are two categories in it, internal and external. And we also discussed about social psychology. Like there are three main topics under it, like social thinking, social influence, and social behavior. And that's it.
Yeah.
Today we are going to discuss about attribution theory. Indeed.
Excellent. Yeah, good job. Let me open my presentation. Yeah, now we are going to discuss about, can you all see my screen?
No, ma'am.
Now?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Now we are going to discuss about the attribution theory. Yesterday we discussed about what are the causes to the certain behavior and what is the internal attribution and external attribution. Okay, what is internal attribution? It's completely related to the personality. External attribution is completely related to the situation, how the person is reacting towards the situation. Okay, this is called dispositional attribution, that is called situational attribution. Okay, why dispositional? See, whenever people are acting according to the situation, yeah, they do have some kind of a social anxiety. At the same time, the social awareness will be there. Okay, these things also we discussed in the class. Yeah, up to here we discussed, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you want to read? You can read once so that we'll get into
this one is completed, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Internal attribution. What is internal attribution? Someone can read for me.
Internal attribution. When an internal attribution is made, the cause of the given behavior is within the person. That is, the variables which make a person responsible, like attitude, aptitude, character, and personality.
Yeah. What is external?
When an external attribution is made, the cause of the given behavior is assigned to the situation in which the behavior was seen. The person responsible for the behavior may assign the causality of to the environment or weather.
Yeah. See, whenever we are talking about the internal attribution, it completely, these are the variables. It affects on the people. One is the person attitude and aptitude and character and personality. Suppose if you are seeing the person is having a positive attitude, how the person will behave in any situation, he behave very positively, irrespective of anything. See, even you can see in your families also, few people, they don't react. For every cause, they will say, okay, fine, nothing wrong. People are like this, accept as they are. Okay, they don't get anger towards the situation. In any situation, they will try to accept the things as it is. They will try to help the people. Is there anyone observed like that? See, people will say, this guy is not at all learning from the people. This guy is not at all learning, even with his experience. When he will learn. These are the things people will say about the person. But why he's not doing the same thing? Because his personality is like that. Because he made up his personality, his attributions. The internal attribution is like that. So he cannot change it that easily. When he will change, when the person completely broke, then he may change, or else he may not change. Yeah, now we'll come back to the external attribution. When an external attribution is made, okay, because of the behavior, the situation, or else the person's responsible. See, sometimes people in few situations, that boy or girl might be a kid, but still, irrespective of the situation, they need to take care of others. Okay, why? Because of the situation is demanding the environment, so they will take that responsibility and they will move on. Because not only that, because of the responsibilities that environment or changes the responsibilities, they will change their attribution towards that. By means here situation is demanding, so that they will change their behavior. That is completely external attribution. Next, we'll go ahead with the small example. It's not moving. Okay, fine. See, fundamental, now we'll discuss about the fundamental error, attribution error. Suppose one person is late for the class. He will say, sorry, I am late. There was a traffic. Okay. See here, what is the person is doing? Anybody can explain? Is he telling the truth? He is looking for the causes. Or else he is looking for the excuses. Guys, am I audible?
I didn't understand your question, ma'am.
Yeah, please go ahead. Give me the answer.
No, I didn't understand your question, ma'am.
You didn't understand. See, now you are there. You imagine this is you. Okay? You are late. So here you are telling, sorry, I am late. There was a traffic. So what he wants to say?
He wants to express his situation, ma'am.
He wants to express the situation. Okay. Next.
For what's the reason? I mean, what cause made him to stop for the class?
Okay. It could be a genuine excuse, ma'am.
It could be genuine excuse. Okay. Any other answer from others? Hello. Is there any other answer? See, whenever you are focusing for the reasons, okay, see here, as a student, he has to be on time, okay. Traffic will be there today and tomorrow, day after tomorrow also. Am I right or wrong? People never ever see the causes. You're flawed as a human, okay. Accused. See, people will think like this. Suppose if you are looking for the what you call the excuses, you will always find an excuse for not completing any task. Everyone, not only you, even me or someone X also. Why means we are focusing on that. Suppose if you want to on time, you may start 1 hour before also. Here he never ever express his what you call the excuses. And sometimes people will say they flawed as a human. See here, I am on time, but so-and-so girl is late. Because of her, I am late. Means here what they're doing, they're throwing the stones on others. Okay, here he is throwing a stone on the situation. I'm sorry, I'm late. There was a traffic. Accused. Here what he is doing, the third person. See, I'm done. I started on time. But because of so-and-so person, it made me late. Completely he is throwing stones on others. So this is called fundamental attribution error. Whenever you are applying, whenever you are looking for some kind of excuses and throwing stones on others, that is called fundamental attribution error. Okay. Now, Kelly's correlation model. Anybody can read? Vidya, do you want to read?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah.
Kelly's correlation model. Kelly's theory of causal attribution, in which people assign the cause of behavior to the factor that correlates most closely with the behavior. People assesses three classes of information. First one, consistency information. Information about the extent to which a behavior Y also co-occurs with a simultaneous X, stimulus X. Second, distinctiveness information. Information about whether a person's reaction occurs only with one stimulus or is a common reaction to many stimulus. Third one, consensus information. Information about the extent to which other people react in the same way to the stimulus X. Ma'am, can I read down one also?
Yeah, you can read.
Someone always does something in responses to others. And related to distinctiveness information, someone always does something in response to everything. Consensus information, someone always does something and no one else does.
Yeah. See, here in the first situation, what the person is doing, Y always co-occurs with a stimulus X. Here, consistency information. Here, whatever the person is behaving, okay, someone always does something in response to. See, this guy, so-and-so guy, behaved with me like this. Actually, I don't want to do like this, but because his behavior, I am behaving like this. So here, he's saying consistency information. Like, I am not like this, but my situation and the person is demanding to do that. That's the reason I am doing this. Okay. In the second situation, what the person will say, someone always does something in response to everything. Whatever happens, okay, he will behave like that only. Distinctiveness information. Information about whether the person reaction occurs only with one stimulus or is a common reaction to many stimulus. Whatever the situation, they won't change. They behave the same manner. See, did you find anybody, someone attend the funeral and they will start laughing there? Did you observe any time? They don't behave properly. See, if you know the person or not, means unknown also. Whenever you are at a funeral, yeah, definitely you need to have some kind of a sorrow face, or else you have to be quiet. Will you all agree with me or not? That is the respect towards the
Yes, ma'am.
person. Am I right or wrong? So, anytime did you observe few people, they don't care. They will get ready very nicely the way they are attending the function and all, and they start laughing there also. They will start smiling and they do like that. Did you observe anybody? Means,
yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
irrespective of the situation, they'll behave like that. Means their response is there always in the same manner. Whatever the situation, hey, how does it matter to me? Even for the funeral also, they will come with makeup and everything. See, nothing wrong from their end. They are like that. See, here we're not to judge anybody, but this is called distinctiveness information. See, this is what coherence model is explaining. The third point, conscious information about the extent to which other people react. See, someone always does something and no one else does. Okay. Here, what people will think, actually, he's doing everything like this, does something, and no one else. Name tappa ever cheyaleru. Only I can do this. Okay, people they think and they even imagine and they want to prove themselves they are the best. Actually, we can call them as a perfectionist. They always strive for this perfectionism, come what may. They don't keep quiet. Okay, I am the best. See, if you see, even at your home place or in your relatives, friends also, whenever they are suffering with fever, whenever their health is not in a good condition also, they don't care. They will try to give the best. On top of that, they will say, see, I'm the best, I can do, I can manage. Okay, this kind of people we can see. They never ever take a break, or else they always see, I'm the best. They work for that. They completely work on that way. I know one girl, like she wants to do the best every time. Whenever she's not feeling well also, she will do all the tasks. End of the day, definitely she's the best, no doubt at all. But her focus is always to do the best, to give the best, to prove herself she is perfect in front of others. So this is what your Kelly's coverage model is explaining. Am I clear?
Yeah, ma'am.
See, is there anyone falling for the third one or second one or first one? You can check yourself, your attribution. You don't want to reveal?
No judgment, ma'am.
Good, good. Yeah. See, how do other people behave? High. Most people behave like this. So I'm doing the same thing. Low. Not many people behave like this. See, and consistency. High. He nearly always behave. These are the examples so that he can understand much easily. Does he usually behave like this? He seldom behaves like this. Distinctiveness. Is this behavior in this situation different from that in other situation? Most people behave like this only. Okay, in low cases, not many people behave like this. But most of the time they do like that only. Irrespective of the situation, they behave, and sometimes they will get caught also, but they don't care. What is fundamental attribution error? Someone can read for me.
The tendency to place more blame on a person's disposition than their circumstances. How does this affect prejudice? By placing blame on the people rather than the circumstances, we feel less obligated to help and produce a narrow-minded idea of those people.
See, we already discussed about the fundamental error here, fundamental attribution error. See here, why it's not going? This person is late, but what he is doing, he's blaming the traffic. Okay, even this fundamental attribution error explains the same thing. Here, the tendency to place more blame on a person's disposition than their circumstances. Every time they will blame on something. Suppose if the person failed in the exam, they will say, hey, I did everything good. But what's wrong with you? Because so and so thing, that notes is not correct. Or else last night a relative came to my home. Next to my next house, marriage wedding is there. They put a lot of music. It's created some some disturbances. I am on time, but network is slow. That's the reason I'm unable to upload the answer sheet in a proper time if it is an online exam. See here, they always blame the circumstances. They never ever accept themselves what they did by placing blame on the people or else circumstances. They feel happy. See, we may think that he's a narrow mind. See, it's okay, fine, but still, they always blame others. They don't think like, oh, I did this wrong. Okay, let me correct myself. No, this is called fundamental attribution error. See here, these are there was a traffic. Okay, he's blaming the traffic. Second, flawed as a human means, okay, posting on someone. Because of that person, I did this. He also came along with me, but the person did late. That's the reason. Here, accuse. Always so and so person did something. That's the reason we are done. Means here they are not accepting their own flaw. That is called fundamental attribution error. Suppose someone is repeatedly doing this. Okay, you have to accept the person as a person. See, he always throws stones on others. He never ever accept his mistakes. Okay, so that don't pressurize him. You just understand the person, leave the things. So that you need to remember why he is doing like this. That is his fundamental attribution error. We can't change it. So accept the person as is. Am I clear?
Somewhat, ma'am.
If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Yeah, someone can read me. Next topic is impression formation as automatic. Who wants to read?
It feels like I'm the only one in the class, man. Can I continue?
Impression formation is automatic. Williams and Roth, 2008. Participants were exposed to warm or cold temperatures by incidentally holding a Confederate's coffee cup, iced or hot. Participants read that person A was intelligent, skillful, industrious, determined, practical, and conscious. Rated on 5 scale related to the warm, cold dimension and 5 unrelated. People who had held the hot coffee cup perceived the target person as being significantly warmer than did those who had briefly held the cup of iced coffee. Same resultant when people is asked to select gift either for themselves or a friend, that is reward for a friend.
Okay. See how we can form an impression. Everybody can answer. I think not only you, many girls are there, but you're the one boy, I think. Yeah. How we can form the impression on someone? How can you impress others? Anybody can answer.
By giving attention to them.
Attention. Yeah. Next.
Reacting to the situation very differently from others.
Okay. Next. Anybody? Hello. How can you impress? Suppose now you are there, okay? You are attending an online class. Okay, you want to impress the students at the same time, the faculty. How do you do that? Anybody can answer? How do you want to?
By giving perfect answers or
how do you do?
answering to the questions.
Okay. Next. What else you can do?
By raising doubts regarding the topic.
Okay. The way you did now. Okay. Next. See, whenever we have some kind of traits like friendliness, helpfulness, trustworthiness, okay, we can pursue this to the favorable conditions. That's what Mr. William and Bog is telling, okay? We can form the impressions. Suppose if you are seeing some ex-person, okay, by seeing the first look, he may get impression or not, we don't know. After speaking to the person, okay, you may experience something. Suppose here, what is they are talking about? Mr. Williams and Bog. Participants were exposed to warm or cold temperatures by incidentally holding a Confederate's coffee cup. See, suppose if you are in your room, okay, you are in a cool and happy room. People are asking some good questions to you. You are in a comfortable room. How do you answer? They are asking some questions to you. How do you answer?
That is comfortable room, so we are feeling very comfortable to answer that questions.
Okay, fine. Now you are in a hot room. Okay. People are giving all the things are very hot. You are not at all comfortable. Okay. How do you answer? What do you prefer?
A little annoyed, a little irritated.
Yeah, next.
Not concentrating on the questions.
Not concentrating on the question. You don't have any kind of good impression on that thing, right?
Yes, ma'am.
First thing you feel like, oh my God, when can I leave this room? Am I right or wrong? Definitely you want to get out of that room. Okay. Why means to see, whenever actually these people, they did an experiment. They kept the participants in a room and they given the lot of warm sometime and cold temperatures. Next, they started asking questions. Okay, they said even one experiment they did, like they given the hot coffee and cold coffee in the different rooms they solved, and they asked a question. They seen the response. Okay, they feel like they're annoyed, and not only that, they are not comfortable. They did not answer properly. So whenever our subconscious mind opinions, that helps us to begin processing the new information. See, whenever you are not in a situation like, okay, immediately what you do, you judge people depends on your situation. Here you are forming an impression, depends on your situation. Suppose if you are in the opposite side of the comfortable position and all, okay, suppose you ask a few people, you put one room and all the people, you asked to read some questions. Okay, you started asking the questions. Here easily you can identify the person who is intelligent, who is skillful, all the things, determined and practical. Why means, see here what happened. By seeing the people, you can understand the things and you can adjust them very easily. You can generally identify and you can address also. But here what's happening, these people, how we can form the information. So they identified with this experiment. Okay, same result when I was asked to select gift either for themselves or that is a reward. See, actually this is an experiment they did. After the completion of this experiment, they identified the people and they addressed. Suppose if you put everyone, 5 people in a room, and you serve some cold or cold coffee, whatever they want, you ask them to discuss. Okay, after that you ask them to read some questions. You started asking the questions. People will start the answers. Whenever you are comfortable position, definitely you answer very well. When you are not in a comfortable position, you can't answer. So depends on the impression you people perform. Okay, these 2 people, they did the experiment. They identify what kind of an impression people automatically will generate. So they rated in a 5-point scale how they reacted towards the warm condition. Okay, how they reacted towards the cold dimension. So they observed the people, the observation, impression, and they delivered this theory. How we can impress others, how best we can do, and what are the things we people definitely will do it. Actually, in impression formation, usually made within the first minute of meeting someone. Suppose if you are meeting someone, how do you feel? By seeing the person attire, you may fix some things. Am I right or wrong? Suppose
Yes,
if you met a person who in a, what do you call, in a nice suit, okay? If he's coming, getting down from the bench car, how do you feel? Immediately. Whoever it is, you may call the person sir, or else, yeah, excuse me, how can I help you? You try to talk very politely, right? That means by seeing the first person, first minutes itself, you are trying to impress the person. Am I right or wrong? Suppose if you are standing on the same road, some beggar came, like with, not exactly the beggar, with nasty dress and dry hair and all, with awkward dressing. How do you react if he is asking something also? You don't react politely the way you reacted with the bench wala. Am I right or wrong? Why? Because here we already formed the information in the first minute itself. Suppose, yeah, only one guy is there, na? Yeah, Vikrant, right? Your name?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Suppose if you, one nice girl, she came and asked you the address, how do you react?
I feel scared now.
If
Why
one
my address?
not your address, someone's address. She's asking some address, some location. How do you feel? She's a stranger to you, but all your friends are there. Particularly, she's asking you. How do you feel?
I don't know, ma'am, if she's pretty or not. that comes into the calculation, how I react to that. Like,
She's pretty
I don't know,
good.
ma'am. It all depends upon the situation. If she's being polite, if she's being, there are a lot of conversations we have without thinking like anything about the person itself.
He's not openly telling that girl is pretty good. Okay, you are talking with your 4 friends, but still she left all the 3 and she came to you and she's asking the address. How do you feel? What kind of impression you get on yourself and even on the girl?
I don't know, ma'am. She's just asking an address.
Yeah, but still you feel proud, right? She ignored all the 3 people and she's asking me.
I don't know. It's kind of jumping to conclusions, ma'am, at this point.
Okay, fine. Girls, so suppose you're talking with girls and one handsome guy came and asking you the address. How do you feel? He's very handsome, very eye candy. Nobody want to answer. See, whenever we are seeing the person in the first look, yes, people definitely form some kind of a impression. Rely on little information. They will think that, okay, fine, this person is good. Okay, so they will believe that information. Whoever they met, whoever they saw, whoever they talked. It involves 3 interrelated concepts. One is the impression formation. The next one is impression management and social comparisons. First, we'll take the first example. If the person is getting down from the bench car, okay, by seeing the first impression, definitely they will get positive impression. Wow. Okay. Second, impression management. You will try to speak that person very nicely and all. That means you want to form nice impression on yourself, even with the stranger also. Okay. Here, social comparisons. Suppose if the person is getting down from the bench car, immediately you see yourself, you're dressing under, you will try to stand nicely and you will inculcate those habits. These are the things immediately it will come into your mind. Without knowing yourself, you will react towards a situation like that. This is called impression formation. Sometimes we don't even address the way we are behaving. The way we are behaving with the social comparisons. See, few people, if the person is well educated and all and rich, yeah, immediately he'll compare himself. I'm not in good dress. So he can't speak nicely also. He may do some mistakes. Okay. But means immediately he'll get into this mode, the social comparison, and he can't prove himself in such a manner. But these are the things immediately it will get into our mind. Whenever you are seeing the nice girl, yeah, definitely people will try to impress her a lot. And the person, not even impressed, automatically that thing will form into your mind. You will react very nicely. See, in the first situation, how the people reacting in the cold situation. Okay, they react very nicely and they give answers very nicely. Suppose if they are getting in warm situation, they're getting cold things, they are happy. If they're in the hot place, again, if they're getting the hot things, no, they don't feel happy. They will deny and their behavior will be changed. Okay, even if the person is intelligent, skillful, industrious also, again, they will react in the same manner because impression will be there. Situation and how you are managing, how your social skills, definitely it affects a lot. Even while framing the information, even while forming the impression, and not only that, whenever you are managing others with your impression also. Suppose if you are attending an interview, okay, definitely you will try to impress the other side of the person. Here you, whether you like it or not, you will smile. Whether you like it or not, you will try to impress the person. You will be very, very polite to the persons. You will prove yourself you are completely an intelligent person. Why means these things will be there in our mind. So we'll do like that. We'll behave like that. Okay. These are the automatic thoughts. Okay. This kind of information always will be there. Okay. So whenever you are talking to the next person, you can observe yourself. the way you are doing, the way you are behaving, the way you are trying to impress others, or else how others are trying to impress you. You can observe. Ikrant, you can observe yourself. Okay, don't think I'm asking you only. Okay. Next,
Okay,
impression management tactics. See, first thing, behavioral matching. The target of who wants to read?
Behavioral matching. The target of perception matches his or her behavior to that of the perceiver. A subordinate tries to imitate her boss' behavior by being modest and soft spoken because her boss is modest and soft spoken. Self promotion. The target tries to present herself or himself in as positive a light as possible. A worker reminder his boss about his past accomplishments and associative with co-workers who are evaluated highly. Conforming to stimulational norms. The target follows agreed upon rules for behavior in the organization. A worker stays late every night even if she has completed all of her assignments because staying late is one of the norms of her organization. Appreciating or flattering others. The target compliments the perceiver. This tactic works best when flattery is not extreme and when it involves a dimension important to the perceiver. A co-worker compliments a manager on his excellent handling of a troublesome employee. Being constant. The target's beliefs and behaviors are constant. There is agreement between the target's verbal and non-verbal behaviors. A subordinate delivering a message to his boss looks the boss straight in the eye and has a sincere expression on his face.
Excellent. Thank you. See, whenever we are managing the things, we need to observe ourselves. What are the techniques? What are the tactics we need to inculcate? Or else how best we can impress others. This comes under impression management technique or tactics. Okay, first thing comes under behavioral matching. Suppose if the boss is very cool, okay, he's speaking very nicely. Suppose if he is giving loads of work also, hey, how are you? Can you complete this work for me? Okay. Suppose if the boss is asking like this with a low voice and soft spoken skills, other person, I will do. No, he can't answer like that. There definitely he will react in the same manner. Okay, sir, I will do that. See, whenever the other person is raising your voice, definitely we will rise up to that voice. If the person is speaking very nicely, very conveniently, like soft spoken, the same, what you call the behavior and all, definitely we will fall for the person. Not only that, we will try to target the perception on the matches, his or her behavior to that of the perceiver. So this is called behavioral matching. Suppose you see, if mother is asking the child very nicely, Nana, please do this homework. Okay, I'll give you so and so. I'm there for you, like that. Immediately the baby child, yeah, she will respond nicely. Even if you see in the schools also, if the teacher is asking nice questions, definitely students will answer in the same manner. If she is yelling at others, yeah, they give the rough answers only. Not exactly the rough, but they may give some same kind of, not the raising tone, but yeah, that's the reason whenever we are speaking with the next person, we always try to match ourselves with our behavior, the perceiver behavior. Okay, this is called behavioral matching. Next, self-promotion. Here, what we do, a worker reminds his boss about his past accomplishments and associates with co-workers who are evaluated highly. Here, whenever you are doing something, okay, suppose if you are in a running race with the next person, you always try to do self-promotion. Yeah, I can tell you one example. Actually, whenever we are having lunch, okay, with some colleagues, okay, one lady, she always tried to impress herself like, hey, this curry, everyone said nicely. Okay, they said, they give me, like, they said how you prepared and all. They praised me a lot for this curry. Okay, if any flaws are there also, we can't tell. Why? Means she already did the self-promotion herself. Okay, here, the target tries to present herself or himself positive. She highlighted herself. How can you say that this study is not good? In the same manner, suppose if a student is, see, we cannot cut the things immediately, even with the evaluated. Okay. Suppose if the person is evaluating himself when compared with the next person very high, immediately we cannot cut the things. This is called self-promotion. Okay. So whenever people are doing here, what they are doing, they are trying to impress themselves. They're trying to impress others. This is called self-promotion. They are promoting themselves very nicely. This is called one kind of a management technique. Actually, whenever you are attending the interviews, most of the corporates and BPO sector, people will ask you, how will you impress others? Okay, explain about yourself. Even if you see in the interviews, most of the time, what you call movies, artists and all, they will, even if they want to tell their negative side also, they will tell, I will trust everyone and I'll fall for this. See, here, this is called self-promotion. Even in the negative era also, they are promoting in a positive way. Okay, this is called self-promotion. Next, conforming to situational norms. Here, the target follows agreed upon the rules for behavior in the organization. See here, now the organization expecting the person, okay, you have to work late hours. Suppose whether the person is working more or not also, their cardinal rule is whoever is working, whoever is staying in the late nights, that person is really good. That is the thumb rule of that organization. Here what people will do, they always check, hey, I am following the norm of the organization. Okay, this is called situational norms. They will try to impress the organization by following the situational norms. What is the situational norm here? Being late, okay, every day. So here, this target will follow the norms of the organization. Even whenever we are whenever you are attending the exam also, few people they will fill the answer sheet with nice handwriting. Not only that, they write more and more. For small answer also, for 5 marks also, they will write for 20 marks also. Why? Means they will think that if I am writing more, I may get good marks. Okay, this is also one kind of a situation now. Next, appreciating or flattering others. A co-worker compliments a manager. See, you are in good dress. You are very nice. Why? Means here, what is his, why he wants impression? Might be the, whatever, like promotion, might be hikes or whatever the reason. But here, his dimension of impression is to flatter the person, to appreciate the person. Sir, I am very lucky to have you as my boss. I'm very lucky to have you as this. I'm seriously, I'm blessed because of this organization. See, people always, they'll flatter, they appreciate for no reason. Okay, this is also one kind of impression. Not only that, you can see in the kids, whenever they want something, okay, they will behave very nicely with the parents. They'll come very slowly. They'll start reading books. After some time, slowly they will go. You might be did even with your parents. Okay, they nicely go and start asking the questions. Or else they will say, "Mama, you prepared very nicely today. Give me this, that." That means immediately they will catch you. Okay, fine. What do you want? Okay, these things will be there in impression management. Next, being consistent. The target beliefs and behaviors are consistent. There is an agreement between the target, verbal and non-verbal. Here, subordinate, whenever he is delivering a message to his boss, he looks the boss straight in the eye and has a sincere expression. Even with the boss and colleague will be there, and subordinate, and even with the teacher and student. Okay, whenever she is asking the questions, okay, actually at the time of the correction, assignment corrections, the student will look very nicely. Okay, very, what you call the positive, subordinate looks. Not only that, the obedient looks. Okay, that means he has to do that. The situation is demanding like that. This is called being consistent. That means in that position, you have to be like this. Suppose, you can see whenever people are giving, what do you call the speeches, public speak. Okay, at that time, you can see their gestures, the way they are delivering the speech. They will say, they will smile, and they even the voice modulation is different. Here, what they are doing, being consistent, they are trying to impress others. Okay, these are the things will come under impression management. Next, we'll discuss about the natural observation. Okay, and what else we have? Strengths and limitation. Okay, fine. Yeah, in natural observation, what will happen? Most of the psychologists, what they do, even the social psychologists, they observe the things naturally, how others are behaving. Means here they don't manipulate. They will just record the people things, and they will keep it in a record. Here they don't add any makeup there. Suppose you are there started studying in a zoo. Okay, they see the natural behavior of the things, how people are watching, what kind of questions people are asking to the Jew people, or else how they are behaving with the, what do you call, the animals. Here, all these psychologists, they observe the behavior of the participants. For them, participants are important. Okay, they don't even tell anything to the people. This is called natural observation. Yeah, actually, even in the prisons, okay, in prisons, most of the people, they observe the things very naturally, and they'll make a record and they'll give this report to the person. If you have any doubts, you can ask me how best we can do with the natural observation. We can record the things, we can record the behavior, and even we can compare the things with the other people, how these people are reacting, this age group. Suppose if you are started taking a record from the Jew, you can see how others are behaving, how these people are behaving. So you will have and understand the how others are behaving, so that what will happen here your observation is very natural. And not only that, they don't even see. Suppose someone observe you, okay, you are doing the so and so thing. Here people will pretend. Whenever we are observing as a social psychologist, naturally, okay, without their knowledge, those observations are uncontrolled. Okay, that is completely naturalistic observation. Most of the pilot studies, you can see people will come and ask you even in the malls, okay, so and so questions, and they will go off. Okay, they don't give any kind of information. They'll just say yes or no or something like that. Did you observe anything? Most of the malls, people actually, whenever they're taking the product information, if they want to launch a new product, they will ask the people what kind of products are you using and all. They do this kind of survey. So these are natural. Not only that, sometimes people, they don't see anything, how people are shopping, doing shopping, what kind of shops they are looking at. Even in the Google also, the reviews and all, these are the things will be there. These are all naturalistic observations. If you have any doubts, you can ask me, or else I will wind up my session. Divya, you take Vikrant number and add him in the group.
Okay, ma'am.
Vikrant, you text her in the group.
Send her my number in the chat box from here itself.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you receive? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I'm end of my session. Shall I see you in the next week? Bye. Take care.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, bye.